So, crazy story so far, all right? And I'm sure you're downplaying it because this guy is extremely tough. One of the more fascinating stories that I learned about you was you were involved in a robbery. And I guess there was a robbery that happened. I guess this was in South Africa. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And was this at a business, not at your home? What was where were you? And can you kind of give us kind of the setup as to like what happened?
Yeah, that was about 2 months after my stroke.
Were you able to talk at this point?
I think that I can't really.
So you were still recovering. I mean, you were still in rehab. You were still recovering. You weren't 100%.
No, I'm not
at all.
No, not at all.
And even physically, how did you feel physically? Because you were in a coma for over a month.
Yeah. So you kind of obviously I'm not training yet or anything.
Right.
I'm just because thank God I was in terms of except my brain and the speak, but my body was all right. I was lucky with.
Yeah, you're a professional athlete for so many years and all that.
So I was lucky. I think that kind of saved that as well.
Yeah,
a lot from that. And it was I was going out to get groceries.
Okay.
And I walked into it's the same as like a Harris Teeter, or Publix.
Like Harris Teeter, like a big grocery supermarket chain. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I walked in there and the lady was shouting, and you always get always in my eyes, you get it too tight, and then the man was going to walk away, and then so it's going to help,
right?
And there was two guys was holding one had a knife.
So they were robbing the store. They were
just holding a knife because I just saw he had holding a knife. So now I just you don't think too much of it,
right?
Just thinking that.
I'll say this. Most people think a lot about it. Ethienne didn't think a whole lot about it. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
So you saw a knife and you're like, I need to help.
Yes. And I just said the you see how much my ex, like an example, like, and I don't know, like, obviously I don't think too much of it. And this guy started moving and I just quickly grabbed him quickly. So you grabbed him. Wrist control is everything.
Yeah.
So you just grab him down, and I'm pulling him back to where the cigarettes counter is.
Okay.
But that was where the robbery was. So I'm sure that's where all the guns was I was just wanted to speak with a manager with it, and the guy just said, "I'm going to kill you." So
someone behind you said that,
and it's always different. I always tell for somebody. It's different when a gun is in your face.
Right.
It's always different.
So I want to make sure I get this right. So you're dealing with someone in front of you. You're kind of
holding him towards my back. Yeah.
Right. And someone behind you, put a gun to your head, or you just heard someone say,
I just put a gun. Just I'm going to kill you. And then, it became it's so hard. Like me thinking about it still, it was.
Right. And it happened quick, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then it's, like I can't remember if I let him go or threw him down or something. And the moment he did, I still believe he didn't want to kill me. Because you can't miss somebody from the.
How close was that guy with the gun?
In terms of foot, probably 5 feet.
Okay, so about 5 feet away.
It's 5 feet, because he's standing right by me.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the same when you go hunting.
Yeah.
Anybody will tell you, once you pull that trigger, something changed. And I think the first shot, he didn't want to.
It was more like he wanted to scare you.
Then obviously you turn and you start running, and then obviously you went. Then the CCTV when we were watching inside, there you could see that he kind of came for me, and there's another guy coming on the back.
So there were 3 guys.
There was 2.
Oh, 2 guys. Okay.
And on the 4th shot, then he hit me on the back here. You can feel it there. You feel the hole there in the back there. In the sock. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
There's like a big dent there.
Yeah. That went. Obviously, he was pulling it like this, and as you pull, the angle was just lucky. Yeah.
So, but the bullet hit your head.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. Okay. So what happened after that?
And then I dropped because it feels like a baseball.
Wow.
Yeah. And
So it felt like a baseball hit you in the back of the head.
Yeah. And then I was just lucky. There was somebody else in here that's got a gun, and they kind of saved me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
And that just, I always say, that just saved my life. Like, say it like that.
Wow.
And probably other people as well.
Right.
Saved their lives. There's that saying, like, you never want to use a gun.
Yeah.
You'd rather have it than never use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That probably made me, that I could still be here today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. So after that, what happened? Someone obviously took you to the hospital. Ambulance came. You came. They had to do surgery. Like, what was the process after that?
Well, that was not it. It was when it took, as you can feel, it took this part of the head off. Yeah, like, and you won't believe it. The bleeding was not even that much. It's like, It's like when you feel it's the same with you.
Yeah, well, the brain, there's not a lot of blood there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to fall on the cement. It's through. It's right over on the through. It's weird. So we're just an Albinus.
Yeah.
Sorry, see them.
Ambulance.
I mean, we've been telling people at least we did some training.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you were saying that, like, if you're training, if it's later at night and tired, it's a little more difficult for you to talk. Yeah,
it does. Especially if I've been working during the day.
Right.
And it still catch you up.
Yes.
Like your friends, they take the piss out of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But anyway, so I survived that. Luckily to survive that. And then from there, I actually, right after that was in December 2018. And that's where, and at that time I was not thinking of MMA anymore or something. In that January, I started doing wrestling again.
Uh-huh.
And that's when they asked me, listen, do you want to do MMA again? And like,
how old were you at the time?
Then I was 37.
Okay.